capture the larger scale.
Democracy is crucial for a society that ensures popular sovereignty, promotes accountability, protects human rights, and allows for a peaceful competition of ideas, preventing abuse of power and fosters a more equitable society. Happy Democracy Day to Cross Riverians and Nigerians at large. On News Panorama today, we will be x-raying the Cross River State Governor's 2 years in office and how it has impacted on the citizens of the state. It is a must-watch.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
Welcome and thanks for joining me on the program News Panorama. I am Josephine Efanga. If you have just tuned in, you're watching News Panorama. The decision to move Nigeria's Democracy Day from May 29 to June 12 remains a historical landmark in the nation's democratic journey. Announced in 2018 by President Muhammadu Buhari and officially observed by 2019, the change is described by many as more than just a calendar adjustment, but an intentional, conscious act of historical redress designed to honor the true spirit of democracy as embodied by the events of June 12, 1993. This shift aimed to align national reflection with the struggles, sacrifices, and collective will of the Nigerian people, they report.
Governor Bassey Edet Otu's second anniversary speech painted a clear picture of transformation taking place across Cross River State, guided by the principles of his First People agenda. He reminded citizens that holding public office is not a privilege to enjoy, but a duty to serve humbly, transparently, and with full accountability. In the past 2 years, his administration has worked tirelessly to restore dignity to public institutions, rebuild infrastructure, and renew public trust in government. According to the governor, true leadership must be visible, accessible, and driven by the needs of the people, and that belief has shaped his style of governance from day one.
We can state affirmatively that we have delivered over 60% on the 13 points and clusters enacted in the People's First Agenda that we rolled out at our inauguration. We have accelerated the agro-revolution, massive and sustainable infrastructure repairs, powerful security architecture, as well as socio-economic and educational empowerment of our people. The remodeled Governor's Office, State Library, street lights, several kilometers of road network, the University of Education and Entrepreneurship, rejig Carnival Calabar, increased air fleet, farm tractors, hectares of farmlands, among others, are some of our hardware deliveries in the last 2 years. Intensive intervention palliatives, free transportation services, lifting of employment embargo, health outreaches, deployment of health personnel, government continuum, IGR drive, debt payment, increased future funds, several international programs, climate change initiatives, and grassroots governance are among the software dividends that have lifted the souls and self-worth of our people.
From health and education to agriculture and infrastructure, the governor outlined targeted efforts that are already making a difference. He spoke of upgraded hospitals, deployment of new ambulances, free wire registrations for students, and renewed investment in tourism and agribusiness. But beyond the achievement, Governor Otu struck a compassionate tone, acknowledging the daily challenges faced by ordinary citizens, the dedication of civil servants, and the resilience of communities that continue to hope for better days.
How do we maximize and secure our natural resources via international stakes? How do we ensure that everyone, cross-riverian, irrespective of status and age, has an unimpeded access to quality education and healthcare? How do we quickly move our developmental dreams from incubation to actualization? These are the sounds chiming from the future. In all, I reaffirm the greater resolve of my team to drink more from the cup of renewed commitment, strong accountability, and undying dedication, with thanksgiving to the God of all creations who strengthens all of us. As our energy is surged forward, our eyes stick to the goalposts, our minds are made up, and our faith flies high. May we become the heroes and heroines who fought with all the arsenal to make Cross River State a home for all and a heaven on earth, for the happiness of humanity, and of course to the glory of God.
In highlighting the remodeled government buildings, Governor Otu stressed that these were not just physical improvements, but symbols of a new era, signs of restored structure, improved service delivery, and a fresh start for the state. He proudly noted that more than half of his campaign promises have already been fulfilled, yet emphasized that the work is far from over. His message was not one of self-congratulation, but of encouragement, calling on all perseverance to stay involved, stay hopeful, and stay committed to the path of growth and development.
Which will reinvent our state from a civil service planet to the first industrial and enterprise hub in Africa. Jobs will be flourished. Social life will stabilize. More income will come in. Lives of our citizenry will be better. These are the impacts we need to transform our land. Ladies and gentlemen, the above scenarios are dimensions of the mandate blueprint which the people of Cross River State voted us into power. The nostalgia of that victory is still fresh on us. The shift from ethnic rhetoric to cultural connectivity continues to reverberate in our ears. The paradigm of season of sweetness continues to instruct us on the paths of peaceful coexistence, moral force, and of course, democratic ethics. However, it is not yet Uhuru. From the boulders of Obandiku to the banks of Bakassi, the future continues to ring a bell of demand. Our food silos are crying for more reserves to stem off hunger. Our ancestral mainstay at Bakassi is still beckoning for justice. The spirits of our oil wells are still throbbing for restoration. Full industrialization, modern technological order, globalized tourism, and maximum marine economy are still leaping for heights.
The governor's anniversary speech reaffirmed his administration's dedication to people-centered governance. It marked a clear shift from making promises to delivering results. As the state moves forward, his message was simple but powerful: steady progress, rooted in accountability, driven by service and strengthened by the collective will of the people. For CRBC News Panorama, Ifewan Ekpe-Ita reporting.
On May 29, 2025, His Excellency Senator Prince Basidere Otu marked the second anniversary of his administration with a compelling address that underscored his people's first agenda. Standing as a community servant of Cross River State, Governor Otu reflected on 2 years of transformative governance, detailing strategic reforms across agriculture, tourism, education, healthcare, infrastructure, housing, and economic empowerment. Ifewan Ekpe-Ita tells us more, the report.
For many years, May 29th was observed as Nigeria's Democracy Day, marking the nation's return to civilian rule in 1999. But for countless Nigerians, it was June 12th, 1993 that really embodied the spirit of democracy. It was on that historic day that Nigerians defied ethnic, religious, and regional divides to vote in what remains the fairest and freest election in the country's history. The presumed winner, Chief Moshood Kashimawo Olawole Abiola, never assumed office. The election was annulled by the military regime, plunging the nation into unrest and setting off years of agitation for democratic reforms. Long before the federal government made June 12 the official Democracy Day, voices across the civic space championed the change. Among them was Elder Orok Duke, a notable political figure who boldly moved a motion advocating for June 12 to replace May 29th as a true Democracy Day. He insisted that the date held a longer emotional and historical resonance, a moment when Nigerians stood united in purpose, faith, and belief in the power of their vote. Although it took time, Elder Duke's advocacy helped keep the conversation alive until the national consensus was finally achieved.
I want to appeal that we cannot afford to carry on as if June 12 never existed. So many Nigerians died on that day. It was just a preamble as to why we are here today. It is a continuation of an unfinished business of '93 that we are here. And Moshood Abiola paid the ultimate sacrifice And it is not something we can wish away and assume that it never happened to us.
The federal government's eventual recognition of June 12 as Democracy Day was both symbolic and corrective. It honored not only MKO Abiola's stolen mandate, but also the voices of millions who were silenced during that era. The declaration of June 12 as a national day of reflection has since served as a tribute to courage, resilience, and the people's enduring hope for a better Nigeria.
We all know that 29 May was a democracy day, but they now shifted it down to June 12 because of the remembrance of Abiola, late Abiola. So because of that, they have to honor him, just to give him that privilege as one of the big men, let me say so, in the country back then. So that was how we got to know about June 12th. I don't see anything wrong or bad about that.
Based on the fact that Abiola won the election that was being annulled by the former military head of state, General Ibrahim Baba Musi Babangida. Give us sense of belonging that the government really acknowledge that what was done that has been corrected. So that is just
12, not men. It was Babangida that they shifted that in their review. He said Babangida, that's something. They shifted it to me instead of May 29. That's why when they sworn them in May 29. June 12th, it's a real political day, which Kashimawo Abiola won the election worldwide.
Many citizens believe the change offers more than just historical justice. It creates an opportunity to renew discussions on electoral integrity, democratic accountability, and civic responsibility. For them, June 12 is a time to reflect not just on how far the nation has come, but on how much farther it must go to realize the vision of inclusive, participatory governance.
Democracy in Nigeria or in Africa is not truly independent. We are still behaving as if we are under colonial masters. The state, because there is no true federalism, the states are not fully independent. They still depend on the federal, which is not supposed to be so.
I wish all Nigerians a happy Democracy Day. And as we all know, according to Evidaisi or was it Abraham Lincoln, I can't recall properly, they said democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So in Nigeria so far it has been a progress concerning democracy. So I also implore government to give people the platform to express themselves. The word democracy should not just be a word, it should be expressed.
The recognition of June 12 as Democracy Day is more than a date adjustment. It is a powerful reminder that democracy is not defined by the transfer of power alone, but by the constant struggle for justice, fairness, and representation. As Nigeria commemorates June 12 each year, the message remains clear. Democracy must be defended, nurtured, and strengthened for the people and by the people. For CRBC News Panorama, Ifewan Ekpe Ita reporting.
Residents of Cross River State has described the state's governor, Senator Basidele II, as a transformational and the people-oriented leader, following his progress in healthcare delivery, infrastructural development, and tourism promotion. According to them, the revitalization and equipping of hospitals and primary healthcare centers have improved access to quality healthcare services, infrastructure projects, including key road networks, drainage systems, and bridges, have strengthened connectivity and economic activity. In tourism, the state has seen renewed energy through the preservation of cultural assets, revamping of major tourist sites, and strategic initiatives to boost local and international interest in its destination. Judith Ugbong completes the story, the report.
Cross River State is experiencing a season of transformation under the leadership of Governor Bassi Edetutu. In just 2 years, the state has recorded major milestones in tourism, healthcare, and infrastructure, confirming this impact of the People's First agenda. In the tourism sector, the government has revived top attractions, including the Marina Resorts and Obudu Ranch, while restoring the glamour of the Calabar Carnival. The 2024 edition witnessed a 42% increase in attendance, attracting over 300,000 visitors and generating 14.6 billion naira in revenue. The Ministry of Tourism also absorbed technical staff into permanent positions, boosting moral and operational stability. Hotel and tour operator registrations surged, enhancing professionalism and regulatory compliance across the sector. Healthcare in Cross River has also undergone a bold transformation. Over 200 health professionals were recruited and new health facilities were launched to improve access. The delivery system to serve remote communities and upgraded nursing schools to accredited colleges. Vulnerable groups now benefit from expanded free healthcare services, while progress continues in disease control, immunization, and health insurance enrollment, bringing quality healthcare closer to the people.
Well, I'm impressed with the fact that Prince 2 is reviving all the key attraction sites and bringing Cross River State back to life.
On infrastructure, the state has completed more than 110 kilometers of key roads across urban and rural areas. These road projects have improved connectivity, reduced travel time, and opened up new economic opportunities. Strategic routes were upgraded to ease traffic congestion and improve access to commercial hubs. Additionally, culverts, drainage systems, and pedestrian walkways were installed in high-traffic zones, promoting safety, durability, and better road usage.
The governor of Cross River State's regime is a good one, especially in the area of health. He has really improved our health facilities. He has improved on general hospitals. He has touched every aspect as far as health is concerned. Now it is very easy to access health facilities because when you go, there are doctors, there are healthcare workers that will give you attention, there are drugs. Malaria testing for malaria is free, the drugs are free. You go to general hospitals, there's quick attention, all because the governor of Cross River State is looking into this area of health. So for children, they access the facilities. Pregnant women, they are being given attention when they go for antenatal, and both adults, even the old, when they go to hospitals, they give them good attention and treatment.
I love the fact that this school has been changed to the college, so all I have to do is my 2 years ND and my 2 years HND, that's 4 years, and I don't have to go to any other school to complete. I'm just saying a big thank you. I appreciate the fact that it has been changed to the college.
Governor Bassi Edetutu's People First agenda is delivering practical results across Cross River states. From tourism to healthcare and infrastructure, his administration is empowering communities, growing the local economy, and restoring pride among the people. The journey continues, but the impact is already being felt, loud and clear.
I think His Excellency Governor Otu is doing very well. He's keeping to his promises. I do know that before long this very road will be tarred. It will be a good thing since it will link us to the SPC junction.
It used to be a little bit more terrible. We had some gullies. Those are fixed now. Those are fixed. We had some gullies down to the other end. The whole of Magiwa Street was almost washed off, but now it's better. It's better.
For CRBC News Panorama, Judy Tugbong reporting.
The improvements in the power and education sector of the state, which are the two vital pillars of socio-economic development of any economy, has attracted commendation from all and sundry. The Governor Otu's-led administration has significantly improved public lighting across the state through the installation of solar-powered lights, modern street lighting, and functional traffic lights, enhancing safety, mobility, and nighttime economic activities. On the education front, strategic investments in infrastructure, teacher training, and student support system have elevated learning standards and expanded access across all levels of education, the report.
2 years into his administration, Governor Basio too has shown that good governance is not about how long you've been in office, but about having the right vision and the will to act. From improving infrastructure to reforming public institutions, his leadership has produced visible and meaningful results, especially in the areas of power and education. In the power sector, the governor has taken deliberate steps to improve lighting and energy use across the state. Solar-powered street lights have been installed in many urban and semi-urban communities, improving security, reducing crime-prone areas, and encouraging economic activities at night. Major roads and public spaces are now well lit, and functional traffic lights have returned to key junctions, restoring order and enhancing safety on our roads. This project shown a leadership style that is proactive and focused on the everyday needs of the people.
Actually, our governor has done very well. We don't lack lights, we don't lack water, everything facility in the community, and also the state he has done very well. So I don't think that anybody can challenge him for what he has done, even though with lights, street lights. So he has done very, very, very well.
In terms of street light, the governor has really done so well. In fact, you can see even some of those interior streets that were in dark. If you go to those streets now, you will see how the place is looking so bright because there are enough street lights.
He has been doing very well when it comes to street lights. You understand? Street lights, there are interior places you go, you see street lights everywhere. And the street lights helps a lot in the street because of these bad boys. You understand me? It has advantage and disadvantage. You understand? When there is lights, you see that people are working freely, nobody will.
In the education sector, Governor Otu's administration is restoring quality and confidence in public schools. Over 100 schools have received major upgrades, renovated classrooms, new desks, teaching materials, and restored basic amenities. But it doesn't stop there. The state government is also investing in teachers, training them, employing qualified hands, and expanding technical and vocational education so that students are equipped with practical skills for today's job market. These efforts are already yielding results, better student attendance, improved performance, and renewed trust in public education.
I've not seen a governor like this in Cross River. This one have done so well. Even if they have sold uniform for many, I've seen it. Even iPad phone for students, so they can improvement. If other governors are doing like this, I hope Calabar will be one of the best. So,
government should employ should put in more facilities, like more textbooks, free textbooks, especially for the students, because we as students, our children, they do go outside to buy textbooks in bookshop and some books. So the government should make sure that every equipment should be ready for the students. With their calculators and their maths, every equipment should be ready for their students, because students nowadays are stubborn, but they are willing to learn. Yes, and I see more time the government for grading more schools for them.
From power to education, Governor Basio Derutu is proving that true leadership is about delivering value to the people by investing in infrastructure and human capital. His administration is solving present challenges and laying a strong foundation for a brighter, more sustainable future for Cross River State. Reporting for CRBC News Panorama as filed in by Chibuzo Paul, I am Rachel Ukot.
That is all we have on our lineup this week. We hope to be back same time next week. Do keep a date with us. I am Josephine Efanga. For updates and engagement, follow us on our official social media platforms. Facebook at CRBC, X formerly Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at CRBC Online. YouTube at CRBC New Media. WhatsApp on 090-377-87474. Again, 090-377-87474. We look forward to connecting with you.